You don't need to start from scratch. Thinking about buying a business, you need to know the right people. We're going to talk to Calgary Investment Group's John William Wade about what you should know when you're looking at buying a business. Stay tuned on Scaling Your Business.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Join me on Scaling Your Business, where I interview leaders who have actually scaled and successfully sold their businesses so you can learn what to do and what not to do. Subscribe and join us as we go through this amazing journey on scaling your business.
Hey, I'm back here with John William Wade, who is a business broker here in Calgary and commercial real estate agent. We're talking about business exits. Now, if you missed the first 3 episodes, go back. You do not want to miss this. If you're a business owner who wants to scale and exit their business, want to maximize valuation, you've got to go check out those episodes. We're going to learn about failures, how to maximize valuation, the business broker journey, and what you should look out for when picking a broker. But it's not just a broker. John is one piece of the puzzle. So let's talk about all the other pieces and how you fit into those. So who else do you need on your team when you're planning an exit?
So as a business broker, I'll tell people we're a coordinator.
Okay.
So we will coordinate the overall structure of the deal. We'll negotiate the deal, but we have several other people who are involved in these agreements. Primarily, of course, we have a lawyer.
Yes.
A lawyer will be involved for both the buyer, and a lawyer will be involved with the seller. So, and they're usually corporate or commercial lawyers, or mergers and acquisition lawyers.
Yeah.
I've seen other lawyers who are more real estate oriented that try to get involved, and with varying degrees of success.
Right.
So really, you're looking for a mergers and acquisitions lawyer, or or at least at the very least a commercial lawyer.
Yeah. And you know people?
Oh yes.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, well, we have to, because quite often people will come and this is their first purchase and they don't have anything. So we have to be ready to go. So we have about 3 or 4 lawyers that we know.
Excellent.
And if they're not happy with that, they're completely free to pick whoever they want.
Right.
But then these lawyers know the ideas behind the difference between a share purchase or an asset purchase. They'll know what we're highlighting, and they won't necessarily be eating up your money, because they get paid on an hourly basis.
Yes.
I sometimes wish I did. But so we want to make sure that we keep in mind their wallet.
Right. You get as much ready to go before you bring in the suits.
Correct.
Got it.
Okay. So there's lawyers. Now, there could be other lawyers that get involved. If the landlord or the property manager may have a lawyer that they want to draft the assignment of lease.
Right.
So we tend to have to deal with them. They're not really on our team, but they affect the deal.
Totally.
If you're a franchise, well, you'll have a franchisor
that
we need to contact, and we like to contact that franchisor early in the process to find out what process they want to follow in terms of the transfer of the franchise, and what kind of franchisee they're looking for.
Yep.
So we do that. So we have to be cognizant of that they become part of the team.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they have a lawyer as well. So it's bad enough when
everybody has a lawyer.
It's bad enough when you have 1 or 2 lawyers in a room. When you're getting up to 3, 4, 5 lawyers, no, it's not just money. They all have their own message and their own spin that they want to put on this deal. So that's why we become the coordinator, because we'll say, well, wait a minute here. I know that you'd like to express this clause the way that you like it, but that's not what was agreed to.
Right.
The spirit of the agreement was this. Please don't change the spirit of the agreement. And so we have the lawyers. Now, of course, we have accountants.
Yes.
Now, we for sure will have an accountant on the seller side, because they're the keeper of the secrets. That's what I kind of call them. And they know the answer key of how they did all their accounting.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to the accountant. Sometimes the buyer will have their own accountant who wants to go over those books.
Yep.
And then we'll connect the accountants at certain times, or we'll connect the buyer directly to the seller's accountant.
Right.
And again, at the right time, because some accountants want to charge for that time as well. Okay. So those are the main players. But then we can get into, if there's a building that's involved in the sale, then of course we need to get into inspectors.
Yes.
So they do mechanical inspection or property inspection. If it's a commercial building, we may have to do an environmental. So we have to have an environmental engineer come in and do a site assessment.
Yep.
Hopefully it's just a phase 1, but we may have to go through phase 2. And if we're unlucky, we may have to go through phase 3.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I actually know what you're talking about. No one wants a phase 3.
No, you don't want phase 3, but hey, if it happens, it happens, right?
Right.
So that's why a lot of these agreements can be quite organic.
Yeah.
And so as we go through the journey, and it can be quite a journey between a buyer and a seller, the final agreement can look very different than the original agreement.
Yeah. Just for people who don't know what a phase 3 is, it's like if there's contaminated soil,
Yes.
right? Like, oh, it used to be a gas station a long time
Correct.
ago, or, there was chemical spills in that area. Like, then you're really getting into it because there's a whole bunch of reclamation, and that can really blow a budget and a deal, right?
And even worse than, and a lot of people don't realize this. I mean, the gas station or mechanical shop is an obvious one.
Yeah.
But the one that's not quite as obvious is a dry cleaner. If it ever had a dry cleaner, the land's going to be contaminated.
Good to know.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of like a historical stuff too that you don't
Correct.
know. You have to go back and see.
Yep. So we have to pay it. The bank will require it,
Yep.
and they're getting stricter and stricter about it. Even if it has been done in the past, if it's any more than about a year, maximum I've ever seen is 2 years,
Yeah.
the bank will just require it. And so when you're buying a business, especially if there's going to be property involved, I tell people kind of a rule of thumb is besides the money it's going to take for your down payment to buy the business or not, you should count on about 5%, 4 or 5% of the cost of the business will be a separate amount of money that has nothing to do with the down payment that will go towards all the other costs of all these other team players that help get this across the finish line.
I love that. And we didn't really touch on this, but let's touch on this. Like, people who are like, yeah, you know what? I want to be in business for myself. I want to buy a business. First of all, smartest thing you can do, because take it from all the gray hairs and wrinkles that I have. Like, it is hard to start from scratch.
Yes.
It is hard to start from $0 and be like, I'm just going to do this on my own. I'm so naive. But like, because you don't have huge equity investment. You don't have like this ramp to launch yourself off of, right? And so to start a business from scratch is really hard, and there are ups and downs, and like no one's gonna back you.
No.
Banks, you got, unless you have collateral, you're betting your house, you're betting your own personal items on the fact that you're gonna be successful, and that is scary.
Correct.
For you and your family. So buying a business that is established, proven, year-over-year growth is huge. Buying a business that already has cash flow in it is huge because there's something there that you can get backing for. You're not
100%.
starting from zero. So if somebody's buying a business, what should they be looking for?
Well, one of the main reasons why people buy a business is obviously they don't have one, they want to have one. But the second major reason is because they already have a business, but they understand that there's a value in acquiring other staff. Because one of the major reasons for selling a business is lack of staff.
Mm-hmm.
So what they can do is when they get to that point where they're trying to grow and they kind of hit that wall where they're so busy that they can't grow, but they're doing okay. So they're stuck in that middle ground.
Yes.
One of the ways to get around that is to acquire your competition.
Well, and think about it, like, because if you've followed any of my stuff, I've said this multiple times, the cost to hire a new employee, that's like review time, looking at posting the jobs, looking at resumes, manager interview time, contract negotiation, $160,000 per employee.
Oh, really? Okay, you've got it down to the dollar value.
Oh, I made an Excel sheet. I'm an engineer. Don't kid yourself.
Perfect. I know there's a value, I just didn't know the exact dollar value.
And I took average,
Yeah.
like a senior technical person, right?
Yeah.
So like those are average rates. So $160,000 is conservative for a senior technical person. Let's say you're buying like an engineering firm. So acquiring a company is huge. Not to mention you're acquiring contracts, you're acquiring, clients, right? All of that. But integrating those companies, that can be a challenge, right?
Correct.
Maybe you choose not to. There's some companies that choose not to, some companies that do. We love doing integrations, by the way. It's so much fun. One of the things I think is really important to talk about, though, is that's growing vertically.
Okay.
There's other opportunities to grow horizontally. Like if you are an excavating company, it makes sense maybe to grow or to buy a paving company.
Yes.
Right? So now you can turn around to your clients and be more turnkey.
Yep. We see that a lot in the trades.
Yes, big time.
Big time. So we'll see where, let's say an HVAC company wants to acquire, maybe they want to get into fireplaces.
Right?
Okay, so it's a totally different type of thing, but there's a lot of similarity.
Yeah.
So you can cross-train your staff. Now your staff is busier than ever.
That's right.
We see it a lot in landscaping. right? They'll have the summers where they're busy
Seasonal.
with the seasonal workers. So they'll be busy with lawn mowing or excavation for yards or that type of thing.
Snow
But then the
removal.
winter they need snow removal.
Look at that.
Absolutely.
Best thing you can do. So now you're not worrying about trying to fill your bucket in the winter. You acquired the equipment, the company, the people, right? And you can leverage even more of your equipment, right? Because a lot of the
Correct.
bobcats and stuff can be
They're just
used,
sitting, yeah.
right? They're just sitting.
Mhm.
So it makes sense. So if somebody come to a business broker and say, I want to buy a business, I'm interested.
Yes.
And how does that work? How does that look for you?
So when we come across a buyer, even when they come across us on a certain business that they may be interested in,
Yeah.
we'll have kind of what we call basically a job interview.
Mhm.
So we'll talk about their strengths and weaknesses, the amount of money that they have. And when we say the amount of money, we say, please, like, how much cash do you have? Not how much do you anticipate getting from a bank, because that's part of our job. Just how much do you have?
Yeah.
Okay. It can be a line of credit too, but it's access to cash.
Okay.
And then how much time do you have? And what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Are you trying to buy an extra side business for a family member?
Right.
Are you looking at this being your whole reason of being for the rest of your life? Are you just wanting to buy something and have very little to do with it, just be the investor in it? Because we can partner people that way.
Okay.
What is your goal? And how much time you have? And are there any things that would be, something, I guess I'll use the word offensive to you? Okay, so from a religious point of view,
Right.
or your culture,
Yeah.
maybe you're not allowed to do anything with alcohol. Okay, that's fine.
Buying a liquor store is not for you.
Absolutely. Or if it's something that'd be more controversial, adult toy stores. They come in,
Right.
right? So certain people are like, I don't want to be associated with that, and that's fine. We don't. We look at ourselves. We tell people we're matchmakers. So we'll
Aw.
match you up with the true love of your life, so that you can afford the human loves of your life around you. And when you look at it from a matchmaking point of view, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's just that doesn't match with you.
Love
And
that.
so that's what we do at the beginning. Once we've done that entry interview, then we'll start to say, okay, these are companies that we have available right now because they're actively being marketed that fit your criteria. Here's some other companies that we know might be available because they've told us, we might be available to the right buyer.
Yeah.
And then if none of those pan out, then we can actually go searching for that buyer for you.
Awesome. So it's like you're like the business hinge.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Whether somebody's a business owner and they're looking to sell, or they're not looking to sell yet, but they want their exit strategy because that's smart business, or they want to buy a business. They're like ready to get in it for themselves, or they want to invest in businesses, maybe do roll-ups. How do they get a hold of you, John?
Well, they can come to our website, which is calgaryinvestmentgroup.com. Or quite often in these types of situations, people want to contact us direct or contact me personally directly. One of the best ways to do that is through LinkedIn. It's a professional area, and that's John William Wade. The only one. It's very easy to find me on LinkedIn as well.
Awesome. We'll put that information in the contact below. John, it's been such a pleasure talking with you and helping educate our local business owners on what they can do to scale and exit their business, maximize their valuation, and, make that perfect match.
For sure.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Get ready to learn from industry leaders who have scaled and sold their businesses successfully. Learn what to do and what not to do when scaling your business. Don't make unnecessary mistakes when you're scaling your business. Make sure you subscribe to Scale Your Business, and we'll see you next time.